South Carolina Aquarium confirmed consulting veterinarian Dr. Thomas Sheridan is no longer an employee. The aquarium says Sheridan left on his own to focus on his private practice. He's been at the center of a recent News 2 investigation. And recently, the state's vet board released a formal complaint against Sheridan concerning claims of animal neglect. Cal on 2 investigative reporter Andy Parati has tonight's special report update. Oh, he needs like 8 tracks.
Ola is a lovebird with no companion to love. Tammy Burgess bought her a few years ago, and another bird, Tamu, for a playmate. Ola is healthy, but Burgess says Tamu became ill after falling off of Burgess's shoulder and into hot water in 2005.
And I caught her just as her leg hit the water.
A week after the incident, Burgess took Tamu here to the Fowler Road Animal Hospital for treatment. It's owned by Dr. Thomas Sheridan, the same vet who consulted for the South Carolina Aquarium since 2001. After Sheridan examined Tamu and prescribed medicine for the bird, Burgess says Tamu took a turn for the worst.
Told me to apply it a couple of times a day, so I did, and within a couple of days, her beak turned yellow, her feces turned yellow, everything about her turned yellow.
Less than 2 weeks later, Tamu died. In 2006, Burgess complained to the state's veterinary board about the care and medicine Sheridan prescribed to the bird. In February, the board released a formal complaint against Sheridan, charging he engaged in unprofessional conduct and that he was negligent in failing to meet the standard of care. Despite repeated phone calls by News 2, Sheridan isn't talking about the board's actions on camera. He did respond to the vet board in a 10-page letter, saying the board's investigation represents a lack of understanding of the responsible use of antibiotics in the medical field. His letter goes on to say, "I have extensive and varied experience in avian medicine, and I am respected in the field of avian medicine." The board will conduct a hearing into Tamu's treatment in the future. This isn't the first time Sheridan faced the vet board. In 2001, the board fined him, required him to take an anger management course, and a psychological assessment. When the state released the complaint involving Tamu, Sheridan worked at the aquarium as the consulting veterinarian. In March, we talked to the aquarium's director of husbandry, Jason Crichton, for a reaction about that complaint. Does this concern you at all that this has happened again, that another complaint has been filed against the aquarium's consulting vet concerning animal care?
The collection at the South Carolina Aquarium, we have over 7,000 animals here, and our collection is in excellent health.
Since talking to Crichton, the Association of Zoos and Aquariums accredited the facility. It also recommended that as the aquarium expands, it hire a full-time vet. And recently, the aquarium's board approved funding for the position. Aquarium officials invited Sheridan to apply for the new position, but said Sheridan told them he's not interested and will focus on his Fowler Road Animal Clinic.
Tom made the decision. He was clear with me. He says, "You know what? I got to focus on my private practice." And if he wants to apply for the position, he certainly can. But I want to focus on the fact that, Tom, I presented it just like I'm presenting it to you. Very, very open.
That's how they eat right there.
Crichton says the aquarium needs a full-time vet because its collection grew more than 100% during the past few years. Burgess says Sheridan's title as the former consulting vet for the aquarium influenced her to bring Tamu to his private practice, a decision she now regrets. Andy Parati, Count on 2.
The South Carolina Aquarium is conducting a nationwide search for a full-time vet. Right now, it is using a local veterinarian who is also applying for that job. If you'd like to read the formal complaint and Sheridan's response, log on to count2.com, keyword aquarium.